What's up? Inhale, guys, reach up. Exhale, push your arms back. Stretch that body. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring your arms way back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. So we're going to do some warm-ups first. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, rotate that shoulder. Again, if your shoulder hurts, the modification for this would be bending down low and doing your shoulders this way. If your shoulders don't hurt, we want to do a full stretch all the way through the shoulder blades. Inhale as you go up. Exhale as you come all the way, rotate it up. One more. Inhale and exhale. And then reverse. So come up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So the shoulder rotation, making sure we don't get arthritis in the shoulders. Inhale all the way up. Now let's go. Exhale forward. Stretching that back. And then relax your neck for me. So breathing. Enjoying the stretch on your neck. Breath. Two more deep breath all the way through your body. Exhale that breath. Last one, guys. Inhale. Come up slow. Let's warm up those legs. One leg comes up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up and exhale. Great for your balance. Good for that core. Your quads are getting warmed up. It's still doing that warm up. One last one. We're going to do some side kicks. So out and in, keeping your torso nice and straight, just lifting from the hip, the outer thighs. Again, good for your balance. One last one. And we're going to work our hamstrings. So kicking that butt. Just warming up all the muscles we're going to need. Two more. Last one, guys. Legs are nice and wide apart. Arms all the way out. Inhale. Exhale, bringing in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do a twist this time. So deep breath in. Exhale that breath. Twist. Inhale in. Warming up those obliques. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to stay on the right for 4 breaths. So stretching those obliques. Breathe. Nice deep breaths. Making sure those breaths are really nice and deep. Relaxing your body as you exhale that breath. One last one. In breath. Exhale. Bring it to the center. Let's go. Breathe. Exhale. Nice deep breath in, guys. Bring it back in. Open those arms one more time. Legs are open. We're going to go ahead and go into our, what's called a flight. All the way down. Relaxing your neck. Relaxing that back. Legs are straight, if you can keep them straight so your hamstrings get a stretch. If your hamstrings are really tight, it's okay to bend them. Make sure your neck is relaxed, looking straight down, and breath. Nice even breath. One more time, guys, in breath. Put your hands back into your quads. Come up slow. Exhale that breath. Okay, we're going to warm up those hips some more. So my legs are still apart. I'm just going to lean to the right, bending that right knee. Left leg is straight. Inhale up. Exhale, go to the other side. In breath up. Exhale. Make sure your knee never goes over that toe so you're not hurting that knee. In breath up. Exhale. In breath up. Exhale, let's stay to the right. So my, again, right leg is bent, both hands on the right quad. Left leg is straight. Breathing. Focusing on stretching those inner thighs, opening up your hips. 2 more breaths. Deep breath in, guys. Let's switch. Let's go to the left leg. Both hands on that left thigh, away from the knee, away from the knee. Right leg is straight and breathing. You never want to put your hands on your joints. You don't want to stress those joints, okay? So using those muscles instead. Nice, even breath, guys. Bring it back up. We're going to keep those legs nice and wide. Both hands go all the way to the middle. Okay? Just really getting those inner thighs to open up for you. Relax your neck for me now. Breathing. You should feel those muscles of your inner thighs. Again, legs are straight, so feeling the hamstrings opening up. If you're really tight or hurting in any way, bend your knees. Relaxing those shoulders, the neck is totally relaxed. Deep breath in, guys. Slowly bring your legs and arms back up. Exhale that breath as you come up. Our legs are going to stay here. We're going to take a new breath. Left hand up, right hand reaches down. We're going to open more palms facing down now. So just opening up the obliques. Going to relax that right shoulder and breath. And breath. Exhale, bring this arm down, guys. Reach up with the opposite arm. Exhale, come to the corner of the room. Relax that left shoulder. Breathing, palms are facing down, opening up our obliques, getting a nice stretch. And focus on your breath. Deep breath in, guys. Exhale, bring it back. Legs come back into center, right underneath your hips. My arms are going to interlock. I'm going to bend my knees and go forward, stretching my upper back. So nice, even breath, relaxing into it. Again, if this is uncomfortable, you come up a few inches. Make sure there's no stress on that knee. Nice, even breath. Let your exhale, bring the arms to the sides. You come up. We're going to take both hands behind you this time and push back, opening up your shoulder blades. Okay, so sideways. Here we go, looking up if you can, a few inches. Really opening up your chest, your shoulder blades. Breathing into it. Nice and slow as you exhale on the last one. Bring the arms back towards your buttocks. And then release those arms. Let's shake it out. Okay. Next one, right arm goes on your buttocks. Start traveling up. If you're uncomfortable and you can't do more than this is perfectly fine. You're going to stay here. If you're really flexible, take your other arm and see if you can touch fingertip to fingertip. So breathing, relaxing into it. And front looks like this. Breathing, stretching, seeing if you can hold that pose just for a few minutes. Opening up those shoulders, opening up your chest. One more time. Breath. When you're ready, guys, deep breath in, slowly let the arms come down. Shake it out if you need to. Switch. Again, if you're a beginner, the left hand just starts traveling up from your buttocks all the way up to the back. Okay? If you're advanced, right arm tries to reach. See if you can reach those fingertips or close by and breathing, opening up those shoulder blades. Breath. Nice, Nice even breath. Exhale, arms come down. And we're going to shake it out again if you need to. I'm going to do one more hip opener for you. So my right leg is going to take a big step forward. My left leg is going to stay behind, both toes are facing forward. I'm going to adjust that camera for you. So we're here, bending into that right leg. My knee is way away from my foot, so I should be able to see my whole foot. Just going to lean forward, getting the hamstring on the back leg to open up. My front leg is just creating some space, opening up the hips, and breathe in, guys. Focus on your breath. When you're ready, my back leg is going to come in a few inches. Keep it bent. The front leg now, toe goes up. I'm going to lean forward on that front leg. Again, getting that hamstring to open up. Hopefully you can see full range of motion there. So breathing, relaxing into it. One more breath, guys. When you're ready, right leg goes back now. Okay. Left leg forward. We're going to bend that left leg. The right foot is perfectly straight. And we're going to lean, again, keeping away from the joint. Lean on that forward leg. Make sure you can see your whole foot. Feel the stretch in your hamstring on the right leg. And breath. Nice even breath. When you're ready, back leg takes a few inches in, front leg toe up, and see if you can reach forward. Get that hamstring to open up on this side. Breathing. When you're ready, this leg is bent also. We're going to come back up, guys. We're going to stretch our quad muscles. So if your balance is good, so you can just reach back. Same arm, same leg. If not, go grab a solid object. Right hand grabs that right leg. We're going to feel that quad muscle opening up. Your knee should be facing straight down. If you're really flexible, you can even take that leg back a few inches. Really feeling those quad muscles opening up. Breathe into it. Enjoy that stretch. Again, if your shoulder hurts, you do not want to be grabbing. You can use a belt, a towel, anything you have, not just overstretch that shoulder. Nice even breath, guys. Exhale, slowly let your arm go, let that leg go. We're going to turn around, other leg, okay? Grabs, hold. So my left hand's holding that left leg. Getting that quad stretch, my knees facing straight down. Hopefully you can see this. Breathing, relaxing. If you're doing it without holding, obviously you're challenging your core, challenging that balance, but if you need to hold, that's perfectly okay to do. Last one, guys, in breath. Exhale, release that arm, release that leg. Passenger. Okay, nice even breath. All the way up. I'm going to take a nice breath one more time. Come all the way up. And exhale it back into your heart. Make sure you're nice and centered. When you're ready, let's take the arms all the way up. Right arm goes behind you, right here. Left arm comes across, okay? We're going to tilt to the left, opening up those triceps, breathing into it, not forcing it, just feeling the stretch in the back of the arms. So breath, breath. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale, bring it back out. Let's switch. Let's take that left arm behind you. Right arm comes across. We're going to tilt to the right this time, opening up the triceps on this side, breathing. last time, guys. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring it back up. And arms come back beside you. Inhale, reach, elongate. Exhale, let's go into a fold. Relaxing those neck muscles again. One more time. Hamstring straight, legs straight. Just getting that nice stretch in your hamstring. And when you're ready, we're going to take a deep breath in and come into all fours. You can use a pillow. So if my knees were injured, I would definitely use a pillow. I would use the pillow to come all the way down into my knees. Right here, into all fours. Okay, that's called the tabletop. My hips are lined up with my knees. My hands are right underneath my shoulder blades. And I'm going to do some back stretches for you. So take a deep breath in. Tilt your body slightly forward. Not too far in the first one. My feet are glued to the floor. Exhale, come back into your child's pose. Inhale, go forward. Let's stretch that spine. Tilting your body forward. Exhale, tilt your body back. Inhale, go forward. Exhale, all the way back. Sitting back into your child's pose. Inhale, go forward. Tilt your body forward. Exhale. This time we're going to stay in our child's pose. So your buttocks should be all the way close to your heels. My arms are going to reach forward. And I'm going to bring my forehead down if I'm flexible. If you can't get your forehead all the way down, that's okay. You could use your hands or use a pillow to put your forehead on. So either one. Focus on the breath. Let's just kind of open up, creating some space. Next time, guys, deep breath in. Bring your forehead up for me. Both hands are going to reach to the right side of the mat. So I'm opening up my left lats. You're getting a nice stretch on that side. We're going to, again, focus on the breath. Relaxing that muscle, letting it open up. As you exhale, let's walk those fingers back in slow. New breath here, guys. Exhale, go to the left, opening up my right side of the lats. Breathing, relaxing. Deep breath in. Slowly as you exhale, walk those fingers back in. Again, if my knees hurt, I'm going to come out of this position. This is modification to get my quads to open up. If my knees don't hurt, I'm actually going to sit all the way back. Okay, opening up my chest. It's called a hero. So I'm basically sitting with my knees bent, stretching my quads, opening up that heart, opening up that chest. Pretend somebody's pulling the crown of your head all the way up to the ceiling, so sitting nice and tall. Breath, guys. Nice quad stretch for you there, chest stretch. One more time, guys. Deep breath in. I'm going to come back on my knees again. Use a pillow if your knees bother you. My legs are slightly apart. I'm going to use my hands on my lower back and then slightly tilt back, opening up my spine, opening up that chest. Breath. And you can look up to the sky if you don't have any neck problems. So breathing, enjoying the stretch. One last time, in breath. Exhale, bring your head back up. Bring your legs back in, and let's go ahead and swing both legs forward, guys. When you're sitting, I want you to make sure your knees are all the way down into the mat. Your toes are facing straight up so you get that nice hamstring stretch. When you're ready, again, you do not have to reach your toes. Your knees do have to be glued to the floor. You can always use a band if you're not flexible. Okay, so inhale, reach up. Exhale, if I'm not flexible, I'm just going to go to my knees or my ankles, wherever you can reach. If I'm flexible, I'm going to try and reach my toes. Again, if you're not too flexible, use a band. Put the band right across, and using the band, go forward. So I'm going to go ahead and give my helpers one of the bands to let them reach forward. And just relax your shoulders for me. Relax that neck. Let's open up that hamstring. This is one of the tightest muscles. So we want to spend a good few minutes on every stretch. If you're under 60, they recommend you holding the stretches for 20 seconds. If you're over 60, they want you to hold the stretches for a full 30 seconds. Okay? So giving your body a chance to open up, breathing, enjoying that stretch, guys. Breath first. Slowly release your grip or release the band, whichever one you're doing, and come back up as you exhale, sitting nice and tall one more time. The right leg is going to get bent, come over. Left hand is going to grab that leg. My right hand is going to go behind me, and I'm going to do a nice spinal twist, sitting nice and tall. Okay. Again, pretending somebody's putting the crown of my head all the way up to the ceiling. Breathing. Getting that nice spinal twist, opening up your obliques, creating some space in that spine. Deep breath in, guys. As you exhale, go ahead and release the arm and then the leg. Again, you should never ever do anything that's painful. Okay, left leg over. Right hand's going to grab this leg. My left hand's going to go behind. I'm going to look over my left shoulder. So every stretch that you do should feel like a great stretch with no pain. So if it's painful, you're going to come out of it, you're overstretching. So you want to feel the stretch and then relax into it. Focus on your breath. Deep breath in, exhale. Go ahead and release the arm, release the leg. Let's take both your hands, palms facing away from you, behind you, nice and wide. And then only if you're comfortable, lean back and look up. If I have a neck injury, I'm going to tuck my neck in and just open that chest. If my neck is not injured in any way, then I'm going to look up a few inches and open up my neck as well as opening up my chest. Some nice stretch for the chest, opening up the shoulder blades, creating some space. Focus on taking nice, even breaths. And when you're ready, neck gets tucked in. Slowly bring the arms back as you exhale. We're sitting up nice and tall one more time. We're going to get an inner thigh stretch one more time. So legs as wide as you're comfortable. Don't overreach. Okay? Especially if you've never done this before. Inhale all the way elongate. Exhale, go forward to the front of your mat. And then relax your shoulders when you relax that neck, looking down into the mat. And feeling the muscles right here on your inner thighs opening up, getting a nice stretch. Deep breath in. Slowly let's walk our fingers back. Okay, so almost back to regular position. We are going to work your ankles. Obviously that is muscles and ligaments and tendons. So take a deep breath in. Point your toes for me away. And exhale that left. And flex. Point, inhale. Exhale. Flex that foot. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Two more guys, inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Last one, inhale, point. And exhale, flex. Awesome job. Bend one leg in and then the other. Again, if this is the first time you've ever done a butterfly pose, you want to go easy. So if I'm not too flexible, I would have my knees higher so it's not so much stretching. My hips, if I'm flexible, bring them down to wherever it's comfortable. Again, no forcing it, just let it go to where you're comfortable. And try and sit up nice and tall for me. So sitting up tall, focus on your breath. Let's give you the full 30 seconds. Breathing. So again, feeling the hips wide open, your inner thighs still getting a stretch. I want to give you a modification. So if you're really advanced and you're not feeling this as much as you should, only if you're really advanced, you could grab all your toes and then try and go forward a few inches. So you really feel that stretch for your hips, your inner thighs even more, only if you're advanced, okay? Again, beginners, we're going to be up here, just opening that chest, so there's beginners for you. And again, more advanced right here, okay? Again, focusing on your breath, not holding your breath. It should be all about letting things go and relaxing. And when you're ready, deep breath in, guys. Whichever pose you were in, let's come out of it. As you exhale, let's cross one leg over the other, sitting wherever you're comfortable. We are going to do some rotations. If you get dizzy, you don't want to do the rotations, you can just use your hips and make a circle. So if I get dizzy, this is my rotation. If I don't get dizzy, I'm going to include my neck, my shoulders, and my torso. So I'm going to come in, it's nice and slow, using all the muscles we talked about. Make a big, slow circle. Breathing. Letting all the muscles release. Taking your time. Remember, we're not going backwards with the neck. We're protecting our neck. And doing that circle, taking your time to finish that up. We're going to sit upright, nice and tall. 2 breaths right here, making sure that is nice and steady. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and reverse that. Again, using your neck, your shoulders, your obliques, back muscles to make that slow circle. And this is the last one, so slowly finish that last circle. And then whenever you reach the top, let's take a couple of deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, we're going to use that both hands. Step forward with that right leg. Keep that left leg behind into the floor. I'm going to make sure my knees are way away from my foot so I can see my whole foot. It's called a hurdler stretch. And then once I'm in that perfect position, I'm going to lean forward, opening up my left hip. Okay? Breathing into it. Really giving that. Yeah, try and keep your whole foot onto the floor. There you go. Step forward a few more inches if you need to. And no bouncing, guys. I forgot to mention. We never want to bounce, okay? When you're holding a stretch, we're just holding it. When we bounce, you're more likely to tear something, and we definitely don't want to do that, okay? Just get to the position where you're comfortable and just stay there. If you're uncomfortable, come out of the position slowly, okay? So breathing, relaxing into it. Letting that hip open up on the left. Taking nice, even breaths. When you're ready, slowly step back with that right leg into the floor. Left leg takes a big step forward. Again, I can see my whole foot, my knees away from that foot. And then I lean forward, opening up my right hip this time. So breath, relax into it. Don't overdo it. Again, nothing painful. It should be just comfortable. Don't force it. Don't force it. There we go. Breath. Nice. Deep breath in, guys. One last time. Exhale. Bring this leg back. So go back into all fours. Again, remember, if I had knee problems, I would use my pillow. I'm back into all fours. My hands are underneath my shoulders and my knees underneath my hip. Let's go ahead and do a back stretch for you. So inhale, bring your head up and hollow out your back, just like a cow. Exhale that breath. Bring your neck in. Tuck it in. Arch your back like a scared cat. In breath, look up, hollow out your back, cow. And exhale, cat. Arch that back up to the side, tucking that neck. Inhale, look up, hollow your back, exaggerate that stretch. Exhale that breath. Let's do a cat. One last time, guys. Cow. Look up. And let's go cat. Arch that back. Let's enjoy. Okay, deep breath in. Only if your balance is okay. Take your right hand up. When you're ready, exhale. Take your left leg, which is the opposite leg, up. And we're going to hold that stretch, stretching that spine. Breath. Breath. Focus on your breath. Your core should be nice and tight. That's your tummy, your back. Should be holding those muscles that are the ones holding you up. So breathing. Exhale, bring everything back down to the floor. Let's try the other side. And breath, left hand up. Exhale, right leg up. Hold it, guys. Breath. One last one. In breath. Exhale, bring it all back. We're going to go ahead and stretch your spine a little bit more. So sit back into your child's pose as you did before. My buttocks is all the way back, except this time we're going to roll ourselves into a ball. So I'm going to take both of my hands and grab my heels. Okay. Bring my forehead all the way down to the floor. If you're not that flexible, that's okay. Just hover. Otherwise, we're going to come all the way down. We're going to give you the full 30 seconds to stretch that spine, create some space before we do more back stretches for you. Deep breath in. Release your arms beside your knees. As you exhale, bring one arm down into the mat and then the other. We're going to slide those legs all the way back. Okay? So what we're going to do is work your lower back. If you have any lower back issues, you should not be doing this one. Okay? We're going to look straight ahead. On the next inhale, I'm just going to lift my tummy and my chest up, keeping my hips into the mat and stretching my back, using my core. Exhale that breath, bring all of your body back into the mat. Inhale, lift 1 minute, just the upper body. There's your Sphinx, if you do yoga. Exhale, bring the body back down. Inhale, lift. Let's hold it for 2 breaths this time. Exhale, bring it back. Last time, guys. Inhale, lift. One more time, 2 breaths up here just to make sure you're working those muscles, stretching everything out. And exhale, bring it all back. Awesome job. We are doing a quad stretch one. The easiest way to stretch your quads. I'm going to go ahead and lay on my side. My free hand is going to grab that free leg. Okay? And I'm just going to hold on to it. If you're really flexible, you can pull it back a few more inches, getting a nice quad stretch. Again, if I was not flexible, I would use a band behind me, or I could use my trousers to pull my leg back, okay? So breathing, letting that muscle open up, your quads, the biggest muscle in your legs. Whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and switch. So you're just going to turn around and do the other leg. I'm going to face the camera, so I'm going to actually face you and do my other leg. So grabbing same hand, same leg, and all the way down. Pulling it back, breathing into it, stretching the squats. Again, if I'm really flexible, I can take my leg behind a few more inches. If you're not that flexible, keep that leg close to you as you pull down. If you have shoulder issues, use a band. Nice deep breath in. Exhale and slowly release your arm, release that leg, guys. If you have a pillow, I want you to use that little pillow for your neck. Okay, put it underneath your neck. Go ahead and turn on your back. My legs are going to be slightly apart. My feet are glued down to the mat. Okay? My shoulders are glued down to the mat. So whenever you're ready, move closer to the camera. My hands are going to be supporting me. Both hips are evenly distributed as far as carrying my weight, my shoulders. Nice and relaxed. Taking a nice deep breath. We're going to start by doing little bridges to warm your back up and then doing full bridges to hold the poses. So inhale, come up a few inches. My buttocks is coming up. And then exhale slowly. I'm going to bring my butt back down and reach down all the way to the neck. Maybe exhale here would be better for you guys. So inhale, come up. Exhale, bring it back. Nice and slow on the down. Inhale, lift. Hips wide apart. Exhale, one vertebra at a time as you come back. On your next breath, see if you can go even higher, even wider with those hips. And exhale that breath up here. Let's see if we can hold it up here. Opening up the spine, creating some space. Breath, relaxing the shoulders. And breath. Again, if you're getting too sore, use your hands on your back to slowly guide it down. If not, from here, Slowly, one vertebra at a time, I'm going to bring my buttocks back down to the floor. Pushing that butt all the way down into the mat. Okay. You're taking a nice deep breath here. We're going to open up your back the opposite direction. So on your next breath, lift both knees up, grab from behind, and push those knees in as you exhale that breath. Inhale, relax those feet a few inches. Exhale, push the knees into your chest, opening up your spine. Inhale, relax. Exhale all the way in. Inhale, relax. Exhale, bring it back. Deep breath in, guys. One leg comes down, then the other. I'm going to go ahead and actually do the rest of the sideways. I think you get better view. So when you're ready, left leg goes over the right leg. I'm going to take my left hand and push away on that knee. So breathing, relaxing into it. Opening up the hip one more time. Breath. When you're ready, go ahead and take that arm off the leg. My leg is still crossed, okay? I'm just going to go through the hole that I created and grab my leg back in. So now getting my buttocks to get a nice stretch. And breath. Exhale that breath. I'm going to show you a different view of this. So I'm going to turn. You guys are going to stay there. So this is what you're doing. You're going through the hole, holding that bottom leg into your chest. Okay. When you're ready, slowly release your arms. Slowly release that leg back into the floor. Okay. Take that leg off. Let's try that right knee over. Could take your right hand, push away that right knee, opening up that hip. Breathe into it again, not forcing it. Just getting that nice stretch through your hips. When you're ready, take that right hand off. So my leg is crossed. I'm going to go ahead and go through the hole and grab that left knee into my chest, getting that buttocks to open up. Breathing, relaxing, giving it a nice few seconds. Deep breath in. Slowly release your arms. Take that right leg off also. Okay, if you're really flexible, all you need to do is take that right leg straight up. If I'm not flexible, I'm going to use the band. So I'm going to use my dandy belt or a band, anything that you have. A regular belt will work just fine. And I'm going to hold that leg straight up to the sky, opening up my hamstring. Make sure your foot is flexed. Okay, so your toes should be facing you. My knee has to be straight. If my hamstring's already tight and I can't get my leg all the way up, the modification's right here, okay? So my leg could be low, but my knee has to be straight for the hamstring to get a stretch. So beginners, you're here. More advanced, I'm going to come up slowly. As long as you can keep the knee straight, then you're good to go. So breath, let's open the hamstring up one more time for you. Both my hips are glued to the mat. Okay, my shoulders are relaxed. Remember, no bouncing, just holding wherever you're comfortable. We're not forcing it, we're letting your body slowly open up. And the more and more you do this, the more and more flexible your body becomes. Okay? So relax into it. You do not have to do advanced right off the bat. On your next breath, we're going to slowly take the same leg wide open to the side. Both my hips are still glued to the mat. I'm just getting an inner thigh stretch now. Breathing, relaxing into it. Again, holding it there. If it's uncomfortable, come in a few inches. So beginners, I would be halfway out. Advanced, I'm all the way up. Again, the trick with this one is to have your knees straight. Okay, so you feel the right muscles. There we go. Breathing, relaxing into it. While you're here, go ahead and relax your other leg. So my other leg is now straight. My chest is nice and open. When you're ready, I'm going to hand the reins over to this other arm. My right hand's going to grab the floor. I'm going to bring this leg straight across my body without lifting my shoulder blades off the mat. Okay, so my chest is still open, my shoulders are open. I'm just giving a hamstring, a buttocks, and outer thigh stretch. Breathing, relaxing into it. Deep breath in, guys. Slowly bend this leg and come out of it. So straighten this leg out, okay? Both hips down on the floor. One more time. I'm going to go ahead and take the band or using your hands, so either or. Straight up. Again, the leg could be bent if you have back issues. If not, the leg straight. Your choice, okay? Leg straight. My foot is flexed. And I'm going to stay up here, opening up my hamstrings one more time. So breath. When you're ready, right hand's going to grab the floor. Okay, so my chest is nice and open. I'm just going to open that leg wide to the side. Again, if you're a beginner, you're not that flexible, so you're going to come halfway open. Advance more open to where you're comfortable. My inner thigh muscles getting a stretch. My chest is nice and open. Shoulders wide open. Focusing on my breath. Legs should be straight. Again, no bouncing. Okay, just wherever you're comfortable. Bring it in a few inches if you're uncomfortable. When you're ready, your opposite hand's going to grab the reins. Left hand grabs the floor. Bring this leg all the way across without lifting your shoulder blades up. The leg has to be straight for your hamstring to feel the stretch. Again, outer thighs, buttocks all opening up, your chest getting a great stretch. Nice deep breath in, guys. Slowly, let's go ahead and bend this leg and bring it out. Leave the band beside you. We're going to do a tiny stretch, a spinal stretch for you. So I'm going to point my toes. And I'm going to take my arms and reach behind all the way across the room. Opening up my torso, creating some space in our spine, and breath. When you're ready, in breath, guys. Arms close to your body. As you exhale, bring your arms beside you, right next to the mat. I'm going to go ahead and point my right toe, flex the left. Okay, so one toe is pointed, and if you can see that, the other one's flexed. And then on your next breath, exhale, switch. Deep breath in, exhale, switch. Deep breath in, exhale, switch. In breath, exhale, switch. Relax those legs for me. When you're ready, bend the left leg, grab with both hands and push that knee into your chest, opening up your spine one more time. So focusing on taking nice deep breaths. We're almost done for the day. Breathe in, opening up the hips, opening up your back. And release a few inches as you exhale, guys. Bring this leg all the way straight. Take a new breath. Bend your right leg now. Grab, exhale, push that knee into your chest. Open up your back. Breathe. Two more breaths, just relaxing, enjoying the stretch on your spine. When you're ready, I'm going to keep this leg bent, just bring it down to the floor. And go ahead and bend the other one. We're going to keep our torso nice and engaged, hands beside you. And slowly, when you're ready, let's go back up to a sitting position. So sitting nice and tall one more time. Going to do some shoulder work, some wrist work for you. So my wrist is going to face straight down to the floor. I'm going to grab with my other hand, my fingers, and bring it down, opening up my wrist. Breathing into it, stretching out those tired muscles. If you're on the computer all day, this is a really good stretch. Again, it should not be painful, so if it's painful, let go a few inches, okay? Just breathing, relaxing. When you're ready, let's go ahead and release that. Left hand facing straight down, right hand grabs the fingers, pulls it down, breathing. So when you're ready, slowly release. I'm going to do a shoulder stretch for you. So my right hand's going to be straight. It's going to come all the way across my body. My left hand's going to bend, and keeping it away from the joint, either below or above the joint, I'm going to push that arm all the way in. So I'm opening up that right shoulder, okay? Modification for that, if you're not okay with that, just grab that wrist and bring it across. So there you go. Still opening that shoulder, breathing, relaxing into it. Two more breaths. And last 10, guys. Nice and slow when you come out of the stretches, okay? Let's try the other hand straight out first. Again, you can use your other hand to push it in, or I can grab my wrist and push it in, but the arm does have to be straight first. So bring that arm across your body, straight up. And breathing straight. There we go. Breath. Nice even breath, stretching that shoulder. Deep breath in, guys. Very slow come out of this stretch. Okay, we're going to do some neck stretches for you. Again, if you have any kind of arthritis in your neck, these are really good ways to stretch that neck out, nice and gentle with the neck though. So looking straight ahead first, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take a deep breath in. I'm going to look to my right as far as my neck will go comfortably. I'm going to leave my neck there and focus on the breath now. So breathing, relaxing into it. Good. And last one, stretching the left side of your neck. So in breath, exhale, bring it back to the center. Take a new breath. Let's go all the way to the left now. And again, we're going to leave that neck muscle, getting that stretch on the right side, breathing into it. Last one, guys, in breath. Exhale, bring that neck back up. But let's do one more. Shoulder stretch, one of my favorites. In breath, lift those shoulder blades up. Exhale, roll those shoulder blades all the way back. As you inhale, imagine all the stress. And then you're going to push that stress away from your body, back down to the floor. In breath up. Exhale, push that stress away from your body. One last time, guys. In breath up. And exhale, push it away. Awesome. Sitting nice and comfortably now. Last stretch for the day. We're going to take a breath starting on that right shoulder. And half a moon with your neck, nice and slow. Exhaling on the left. Staying here. Take a new breath. Make a half a moon. We never go backwards with the neck. We're just going to make a half a circle through our chest. Nice and slow. Exhaling the breath as you come across each time. I'm going to do one more each side here. Awesome. And take a final breath. Inhale, open up that torso, open up those shoulders. And exhale that breath to your heart. And thank you guys for joining us for this session. We'll see you next time.